Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Jaron Reed in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson, and that's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett able to get him for a loss of about 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Shotgun. Shotgun.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, easy. Check 51. Check 51.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Shotgun.
Operating from the gun. Wilson escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Rawls. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. 3rd down here.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 19.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guy.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But when you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And here now come the Falcons. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This is Coleman, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Coleman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Last stop.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They're going to try and throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it first and goal at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Eric Saubert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Wilson on first down. His throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll throw now on the final play to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
Here we go.
change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson down around his goal line. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Ohio. Ohio.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Dorsett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Here we go now.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over, 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 over. Bang, bang.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check 43.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Mixon. Spins by. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Once again, they run with Mixon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Eric Saubert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And Dixon over the middle. Still fighting for more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Throwing, Hundley. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Hundley on the move to his left. Now bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ohio!
Back to throw. And Dixon has it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. Completes it to Dixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It's caught. Block it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Hundley now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They'll look to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They give it to Rawls. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas rolls, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex Brown! Flex Brown! Mike, 45. Flex Brown! Flex Brown!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Check number 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Smith, and he stopped immediately there. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Bryant's extra point up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Ohio! Flex round!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Back to throw now on second and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Runs through the contact. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... He's got him in. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown.
What's that on that beat? Addicted to ballin', I have